All right, we're back for our last little micro lecture in week 2. I've chosen number 18. This is a highly missed problem, and it's got 2 parts to it. So we're going to venture through this together. All right, so what we're asked is questions. Well, this is the scenario. There are 8 acts in a talent show: a comedian, a dancer, a guitarist, a juggler, a magician, a pianist, a singer, and a whistler. A talent show host randomly schedules the 8 acts. Compute the probability. Okay, so first I'm going to underline probability here. So here's the scenario, event A. The first 4 acts are the pianist, the magician, the dancer, and the guitarist. Now they say in any order, which is why I'm going to cue up our combination formula. So let's figure out the number of combinations first. So first we're going to figure out the combinations. And then 2, we're going to compute the probability. Now, one thing I want to say if you're watching these videos is you are allowed on your tests for this course 1 page front and back of notes. So you should make sure to have your combination formula on your note sheet and your permutation formula on your note sheet for your test. All right, so we've got 8 total acts, and we're going to choose 4 of them. So this is our N, and this is our R. Okay, so let's figure out the number of combinations we've got. And make sure to pause the video and give this a whirl yourself. And then come back and see me. All right, so if we simplify this, we have 8 factorial over 4 factorial, 4 factorial. All right, so 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4, and of course that keeps going. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. All right, so we know that these cancel. So if we gather up 8 times 7 times 6 times 5, that's going to be 1680 divided by 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, it's 24. So we end up with 70 combinations. So that's 70 different ways that you could choose from 8 acts, 4 different acts. Now, what's the probability, right? Well, the probability that the first 4 acts are the pianist, the magician, the dancer, and the guitarist would be only 1 chance. So this scenario out of a total 70 combinations. So that's how we compute that probability. So hopefully that makes a little sense. Let's look at event B because there's a second part to this. So there's 8 acts in the talent show. We have the same acts. The talent show host is randomly scheduling the 8 acts. Compute the probability. Okay, so it says event B. The whistler has to be first, the singer has to be second, the juggler has to be third, and the pianist has to be fourth. So order matters. And because order matters, we're going to be forced into using a permutation. So again, 1, we're going to figure out the number of permutations. And then they want us to compute the probability. So 2, we're going to compute the probability. Okay. So we still have 8 acts, and we're going to permute 4 in a specific order. So we'll follow the formula. So remember, this is our N, this is our R. So we have 8 factorial over 8 minus 4 factorial, which leads us to 8 factorial over 4 factorial. Okay, remember again, feel free to pause and then come back and see how we do. Okay, so 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. We'll go ahead and write that all out. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, my favorite part, cancel, 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 cancel. That leaves us 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Okay, and no bikini bottom. So this comes out to be 1,680 permutations. Now, the probability, right, of getting a whistler first, singer second, juggler third, and pianist fourth is only one chance out of those 1,680 different ways where order does matter. All right. Hopefully you're cranking along in week 2, and I'll see you again for some micro lectures in week 3. Bye.